So guys, today I'm going to go over DocSigner. It's actually one of my favorite apps. What DocSigner does for you is it allows you to, it kind of takes everything about doing contract and we're doing it backward from what it used to be historically. So basically we're now going to start with a contract and we're going to be able to use AI to generate some really, really cool contract. And we're going to take this contract and send them over to somebody for signature or to evaluate and to go back and forth. Whereas historically, we used to use Microsoft Word. We used to have to upload it into DocuSign and send the DocuSign, and we'd keep on following up with a customer. Here we created a tool where everything gets done at once, where you can create your document, send them out for signature, stores the documents thereafter once they're signed, and keeping a good record. All that while using AI. You got 4 different ways you can send customer documents, either by using a template, using an AI assistant. You can upload the document or you can start from scratch. And so that's the premise of DocSigner. It's a software similar to DocuSign, but even better in the sense that it's also going to help you generate your own documents as well. Tips and tricks when you choose your, I'm going to go mainly over the AI assistant, but we also have the ability to use some templates. There are a bunch of pre-made templates. The great thing about using template is that they are pre-made. You have an idea of what the document looks like ahead of time. It's fast, but they are usually pretty basic documents versus if you create a document using AI. So to do that, I'm going to go to new document. I'm going to create here a document with AI assistant. And basically, it's going to take you through a series of questions. Obviously, the first question is going to be, what kind of documents do you want to do? And say here, for example, you want to do a service agreement, then it's going to keep asking you all of your questions to follow up. And until the document gets completely drafted. So that's the premise behind using AI to generate your document. And we'll go through one here fully. Prior to doing that, I'd like to show you guys the profile section. In the profile section, you can kind of set up yourself once and for all by uploading your logo that will show in all your documents, which is kind of cool too, because you can create a header so that all of your documents have a header and you don't have to use the old Microsoft Word where you would create a header and then upload a PDF on top of it. This is all done for you now. So here I'm going to create a company from scratch and pretend I'm doing an agreement here for Scale Plus. Corporation type, we are an LLC. It's important because many documents require you to specify what kind of corporation you are. Here we're going to do it with matt@scale.gg. I'm going to put a phone number here. And the website, for example, say it's https:/scaleplus.gg. I'm going to put an address real quick. And it's very easy, right? And then the next one, we're just going to do it on the fly here. And I really want to show you guys how this works because this is so cool. And we are in Boca Raton, Florida, 33432. Then it's going to ask you what are the governing, the jurisdiction for you. That is where if you have to go to court or anything like that, you might want to go. So here we're going to do it in Florida, in Palm Beach, in the United States. And then what you can do is you can add your signers for that given company, which is really cool because if you could have, for example, here on behalf of Scale, Mike could be a signer. I could be a signer as well, right? So I can enter Mike and myself, and I never have to do that ever again, which is, could save a bunch of time. So again, put my phone number here up, and for example, as a title COO. So there we go. So now I got a signer. And then every time you're going to send a document to somebody, the best way to do this is to add them as a recipient. So here I'm going to put another company here, and we're going to call it the Acme, right? So everybody can recognize it. Here we're going to make it a corp, and I'm putting another set of data here so we can easily see the difference. Obviously, we don't have a company called Acme Corp. And 256 Acme Road. And so check this out, guys. This gets really cool. Here we're going to put Boca City, Florida. It doesn't check the address or anything because we want to give you guys the opportunity as well to go international. So now we got a company created, and again, for this company, let's create a signer, right? So maybe just so that we can remember, I'm going to create Mike Acme for this company, and then we're going to do the same address, which is mine release. The reason is so that we'll be able to receive the document and test it. I don't know if you guys know that, but when you have a Gmail account, you can put a plus, and behind that plus, you can put anything you want. So essentially, you can create several email address on the fly, and you can even create rules like any emails that goes to plus cool or plus scale, then you put in a special scale folder, or it's important, I want to read it. So anyway, let's create a new document. I'm going to do a simple document because otherwise AI is going to really spend some time on it. But just to show you guys real quick, we have two options. One, we can do a quick draft using, something like, I think using 5.0 mini, or we can use a little bit of credit. I think for the most part, it uses less than like 50 cents worth of credit, and really have AI work really, really hard at generating a document by using a premium model, and you doing on high thinking. So the problem is it takes a little bit longer, but your documents are very strong. Either way, I recommend if you generate a document, sometimes it's probably most of the time a good idea to have them reviewed by an attorney, especially if they're life-changing documents or anything. So in this particular case, I'm going to do a non-disclosure agreement just for fun, and I'm going to pretend that I'm going to share some things that I don't want the person to repeat. So again, it's going to be, let's say, Scale Plus discloses information. So it's a one-way agreement, and check how cool it's going to be, guys. So who is coming into that agreement is Scale Plus. Then it's going to ask me who is signing on behalf of Scale Plus. Well, it's Matt. We just entered it in a profile, so you don't have to re-enter that information. Then it's going to say who is that document going to. So here it's going to be Acme. Since there's only M. Serralta, it's going to suggest that person as a signer, or Mike Acme, excuse me. And saves you a ton of part. You can add as many signers as you want and save a bunch of time for the future. And then here it's giving you the typical option, right? So why are you trying to do the NDA agreement? And one option could be potential business relationship, discussing the provision of professional services, whatever it is, you can pick from there. Or you can use other, and even if you use other, you can get the help from AI there and have it suggest some, possibilities for an answer. So here I'm just going to pick something simple. Here so basically I'm a company. I'm going to send an NDA that's going to be valid for 2 years because I'm sharing technical knowledge that I don't want them to be able to repeat. And say I want them to invest in my company or something of that nature. And you can go through and what else am I going to share? Well, any information that I mark confidential is going to be good enough. Otherwise, it can be shared. And again, you just go through the interview, and it's a pretty thorough interview. And the interview will be a dynamic based on the answers that you choose, right? So, for example, towards the end here, it says what category of personnel at Acme should be authorized to access confidential information. Let's say employees and independent contractor, for example. And say you choose independent contractor, in that case, you might actually generate even more question. So it's a little bit slow, as you can tell, but it is very, very thorough, which I think when you're going to sign an agreement with somebody, it might be worth it to do that. So there we go. We're going through the motion here. It could be one more question. It could be 4 more questions. It could be 8 more questions. We're going to find out. It's really trying to draft a document that's going to help you. So what happens, for example, here it's saying, what happens if somebody discloses information? Just to save time, I'm going to say, no, we're not going to mention any damages, just whatever the deal was, it is. If not, it's going to ask me how much are the damages, and it's going to create a bunch of follow-up questions. So let me see. Everything looks good. Generate the document. I think I'm going to go that route. So here AI is doing one final review. So it takes a holistic look at the entire document. It looks at everything, offers some possible changes. And the very last step is going to be to generate the document. Takes a couple seconds. But guess what? your document is going to be completed from A to Z. So say you want to sell a car, say you want to, I don't know, lease a house, any kind of documents that you need, you can generate using that software. And then you might want to choose to have an attorney review it or not. It's really up to you guys. But check this out. This is not because we use the advanced AI, this is really a document that, should carry its own weight. So here you can review the document. If you want to change it in any way that you desire, it's a full text editor available to you right here. You can change the size of the fonts, center. You can change the text, obviously. Here, if I want to add thank you, I can, right? And you can edit it on the fly. It's a good idea, obviously, to review the document. But look at that. Took care of everything, right? General provision. How to break the agreement. What does that mean when you sign it? Who are the witnesses if it matters? And in case of dispute, where is that going to be resolved? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So these are full-blown legal document as AI sees it. I like this document. I'm ready to sign it. So I have the option to save it, download it, or start the signing process, which is what I'm going to do here. From there, it's just basically the same things than DocuSign would be. So yeah, basically, here's the rest of the process would be that I'm receiving an email for signature. Then I return the document signed, and it's being sent back to the user.